thing that propels everything you do, everything you think, everything you experience. How did you get here? Where did you come from? And where are you going when you exit? You're going to be here. I can't even make the dot small enough. That's the period of time you're going to be here. Where are you going after you leave? Do you think about that? Does it matter? Has that thought ever penetrated you in the least? Or are you so governed by your physical being and you believe that this is what you are? When I look in the mirror, this is who I am. Oh, my hair needs cutting or coloring or shaping, and I need to brush my teeth and change my clothes, and my feet hurt and I need to paint my fingernails, or whatever it is that you're doing. Do you so believe that this is who you are? Do you, honestly, really, I'm being as serious as I can. Do you really believe that you're this body? Do you believe it? If you so believe it, then let's cut off one of these feet right here and see if it'll move. Let's see if it'll just go by itself. Something is propelling your body, something that is greater than the emotions that you have about it or the thoughts that you contrive with it. You have a physical body, you have an emotional body, and you have a mental body. And all three of these constitute the personality that you are. But that's not who you are. There's something underneath that that's generating that. Call it the wind. Call it the penetrating wind. Call it the difference of you, in you, while you're here. Nobody can do you like you can do you. Are you doing you to the fullest extent, or are you copying somebody? Are you looking at somebody else's life and thinking they've got something you don't have or want to have or should have? Or are you measuring your rate of success by somebody else because so-and-so is this old and they've got that much in the bank account and such and such and such? Or are you just moving through and not lingering? Let's see what else it says. Using illumination with stability. Illumination based on stillness. One stabilizes the illumination and does not use it carelessly. Therefore, this could be called travel. This hexagram represents nurturing the fire and transcending the world. Don't you love it? I wish you could see it. There's no way you could bring that up. This hexagram represents nurturing the fire and transcending the world. Now you know that when that wind touches this earth, it is a devastating thing. You've seen and heard so many tornadoes. Okay? So it transcends this world. It moves. It does not linger. Neither shall we. But while we're here, nurture the fire. Nurture that enthusiasm. Zeal for God, I think, is what enthusiasm means. Zeal. In fact, in nurturing it, you don't even have to think about nurturing it like you would feeding yourself. What you do is just stay centered in it. Feel it, experience it, do it. Let it be. It wants to emerge. It is there. It is you. That is you. Okay, what else did we do? We come up with a 45 somewhere. I saw that. I've done lost it, haven't I? No, 45. So let me see if I can tie 45 into that too. What are we talking about there? Oh, travel. Let's see what 45 is. This is the I Ching. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Well, of course, I love everything I do. I'm so self-indulgent. This is 45. We're talking about travel. Gathering is developmental. Well, every single solitary thing I've pulled today is developmental. If it's developmental, let me stop a minute, okay? If, in fact, okay, let's go. All right, I'm leaving Texas. Where am I going now? I think I'm going to go down to Atlanta. Let's go down to Atlanta. Yeah, okay. All right, if everything is developmental, then that means we're in progress. We're unfolding, but I don't want to use that word. I don't want to use unfolding. That seems like unwrapping a present or something. We're not yet formulated, okay? We're still in the process of becoming everything we already are. Do not mistake what I'm saying, though, okay? Don't confuse what I'm saying. We're not going to be something else other than what we are. We're just going to open up and the jack-in-the-box is going to pop out. Boop, boop. But it's developmentally going to pop out. It's going to pop out in stages because you've seen him or her all of your life in different areas. And you know what you did? Shut up. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to follow this right on down this path. And this beautiful jack-in-the-box, sacred, creative, wind-penetrating, traveling, not lingering difference of the force of that which is beyond anything we can comprehend says, okay, go ahead. Knock yourself out. And when you get hurt enough, tired enough, bored enough, and keep running into the same walls, come on back. I'll be waiting for you. Because we're going to do it my way. And my way is the best way. It's the funnest way. It is the most exhilarating way in life there is. You would not have come to earth and been bored your whole life or confused that you didn't know what you were doing, why you were doing it, or who you were doing it with. And you could look in the mirror and say, hey, this is okay. I don't have a clue, but I'm having one hell of a time doing it. It's okay. I'm free. I'm not bound. I'm not wanting something. I'm not grieving over something I didn't get. I'm not carrying memories about who did me wrong. I'm not jealous of whomever I may be traveling with and that person wants to be with somebody else. I'm not thinking about those things. I'm free of all those things. I am 100% in tune with the wind. And I am traveling. I'm lingering. Not long. I'll be here but a second. But I'm going to see as much as I can, do as much as I can, have as much as I can, enjoy as much as I can, and share me as much as I can. But not with a thought that I'm sharing me. Oh, aren't I a wonderful person because I've shared my time with you and my expertise. I don't have any expertise. I don't have anything. I have a love of life. I have a love of humanity. I have a love of God. I have a love of living that is so profound that I can't put words in it. I haven't even begun to see it yet. It's only hinted. It's only hinted. And it is so grand. It is so grand. And that's why we're here. We're here to experience life to the fullest and not get caught up in these little teeny pigeonholes of what we're supposed to be doing and what we're supposed to be getting and what people think about us or don't think about us or did to us or didn't do or what we're going to get. I said on another show, you get what you get. And you do. And that is everything in this world that you want. Everything. You are never left out. You're never abandoned. You're never forsaken. All of these things are written in the Bible. You know, you're not. And the Bible and other ancient sacred scripts, not just the Bible. We have it all. We have it all. And yet we cause ourselves so much aggravation and discomfort simply because, I used this word on another show, we don't want to be unsettled. We don't want to move from our position. But we're going to move because we're not going to linger. Life's going to push you along whether you want to or not. You're going to go where the essence of you has designed for you to go, whether you go kicking and screaming. That's not a punishment. All of the rewards, if you will, they're not laid up in heaven, and you're not going to be burnt in hell for not doing certain things or doing certain things in this life. You're going to get it now. In this experience as you now, because this experience of you now is going to dissolve away. And this body's going to go back to the earth from whence it came. So while you're here, and while this force, this essence, this master of divine essence is moving you, go with it. Flow with it. All right, what's next? Oh, okay, you want to go to Las Vegas? Let's go to Las Vegas. You want to? I want to. Let's go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas, here we come. City of the high rollers. Let's do it. All right, where are we at now? Oh, did I ever read the rest of that? Let's see. No, I didn't read the rest of that. What are we at? Let me see. Where are we at? Gathering is developmental. The king comes to have a shrine. It is beneficial to see the great person. Uh-oh. Did I tell you what the great person is? That would be the same thing as the great man. Ooh, in here. He ain't out there. No matter what his title is, no matter how much money he makes, no matter how educated he is, no matter how many schools of theology he's gone to, the great man is in here for you and in him for him. And the two paths never do cross. All right. This is developmental. It is beneficial to be correct. It is good to make a great sacrifice. It is beneficial to go somewhere. Gathering means assembly. As for the qualities of the hexagram above, is the lake joyful, a joyful lake. Woo! That horse must have come in, Mitzi. Sure did. Black diamond in the fifth. Had 30 to 1 on it. It is joyful, and below is the earth, amenable. Let us be happy, whether the horse came in or it didn't come in. I'm still breathing. Bring me another, whatever it is I'm ordering at the time. Can't think of something I want right now. Okay. When one accords with others, they are joyful. It is called gathering. This hexagram represents gathering the medicines together. It follows on the previous hexagram, parting, and parting one parts from mundanity to celestial energy. Whew! Wow, my goodness sakes. You think we're going to do that? Do you think we're going to change that? Before the elixir is obtained, if not for the work of gathering together the medicines, the elixir will not form. Okay, you got to read the I Ching, in the way that it is. It takes time to read and study it, or you can read it like you want to and get what you want. I don't care. But it takes time for a good pot roast to simmer and prepare. It takes time. And in your life, and in my life, you've had things that have happened that at the time you thought were so terrible, you couldn't imagine that you'd even live through them. You didn't know why. And then maybe not so long after that, you had another time that was bad. So then you started thinking that bad things follow you around and you get the blunt end of the stick. But when it's all said and done, it's pushing you to this place of reverence. What did it say? Celestial energy. It's pushing you to this place where you can receive. Believe it or not, I'm not teaching you a thing. I'm sharing what's inside of me. And you cannot receive. I can't receive. Mitch can't receive. Sandy, nobody can receive anything they're not ready to receive. You can't. You can hear the most beautiful truths all day long, but if you are not ready to hear them, they will pass over you like a sonic beam. You won't hear them. You will not hear them. Because most of the time you are so addicted. Remember that show on addiction I did? You are so addicted to your own drama and your own misery and your own self-complacency that you will not hear something else. You like the sound of your own voice. You're on a habitual, self-destructive, self-sabotaging course that you continue to do and say the same things, not opening for anything different. You get desperate, so you cling. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I don't know what you're gonna do when you take a shower because you're gonna ruin it. But you think you gotta have it. You don't have to have a single doggone thing except that which you came into this world with. Nothing. You're gonna leave from this world with nothing except that which is within you. And that which is within you is going to produce everything that is without. This book was in somebody's mind somewhere. This hat and the design of it was in somebody's mind. It was invisible at some point. It did not exist. It exists now. And that is life. Everything comes from the invisible realm to the visible. From the invisible realm to the visible. We are the visual components of that which is invisible. We are the embodiments of that which is divine, that which is so beyond anything that we can conceptualize as God. We are so beyond that. We are the manifestations of that particular energy. And the consciousness of that is so supreme and so freeing that it can and will eliminate addictions and desperate natures and habitual meanderings. You know what you have to do? Change hats. Change hats. Where do we want to go now? Let me see. Well, I guess I could go to Ireland if I wanted to. Yeah, Ireland's probably a nice place to visit. Visit is the key word. Like I said, I'm not going to stay anywhere long. I'm going to do and be and have everything I want, whenever I want it, however I want it, and with ever whom I want it, regardless of whether I complain and criticize and kick and scream the entire time. Because my soul knows what I have need of. The Bible says the Spirit knows what you have need of before you even open your mouth. And what do you think? Did you think that praying was not self-vested? Of course it is. You're praying for something, or unless, of course, you're down on your knees and you're thanking that which you cannot even put into words for all of the experience, all of the movements, all of the penetrating differences that you're making and having in the run of your day. The good, the bad, the seemingly stationary. Truly, truly, are you willing to risk being unsettled so that you can die in order to be reborn? Jesus said you must be reborn.